Okay. Let's see if this camera still performs well. I have not vlogged in a while, so I suppose I should probably tell you some news. There's some news. The freaking mount does not have the very good grip anymore. It's been sitting in my glove box for so long that the little grippy pad kind of came off, so I just kind of like threw it in the glove box, and then when I went to put this back on, I took it. I'm just like, and it's not holding that great. It's holding better than it would be without one, but we'll make do. Anyway, you may or may not have noticed, but new car. It is new, like it's a 2013. It's gonna bug me. Alright, it's 2013 Toyota Corolla S trim. It's alright. I mean, it's not what I set out to buy when I went out and bought a car. Actually, I didn't buy it, I'm leasing it. But yeah, it's good. It gets the job done. I actually went down to the dealership and I wanted to test out a Ford Focus ST because they had one. You know, just to try it out. You know, it's a zippy little car. It's fun. You know, I wanted to see, you know, how much it would cost me. I already knew I couldn't afford it anyway because my credit was shit. And I thought, oh well. I mean, I'll just for the heck of it, see how much it will cost me. And they wanted like 600 and I don't know. It was a high 600s, like 660 something a month, and that's not going to work, obviously. That's like my whole check right there. So then the guy's like, okay, well, before you go and test drive the thing and fall in love with it, you know, this is how much it costs. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, well, what about just a regular Focus? So I'm like, alright. So we went for a test drive and it was nice, I liked it. Turns out they couldn't finance me on it. Ford wouldn't finance me. And I needed to know by a certain date because my registration was coming up due for my Escape. And I was like, you know, dude, I need an answer by this date, because if I don't register this vehicle, then I can't drive to work the next day. So he's trying to get an answer, trying to find out, you know, what they can do for me. He gets, he calls me when I'm standing in line at the town hall, waiting to register my car, and I'm like, I have like probably 2 people in front of me, and I'm waiting, and he calls me up, and you know, he's like, you know, how about a Corolla? And I'm like, well, I don't know, that's not what I wanted, haven't even tested it yet, blah blah blah. And you know, he's like, come on down, try it out. I'm like, you know, how sure are you that I'm going to get accepted? He's like, I'm 99.8% sure. I'm like, alright, fine. So I went down there and test drove it, and I gotta admit, when I test drove this car, I was definitely not as impressed by it as I was with the Focus. So I was a little bit disappointed. I was like, yeah, well, you know, it's not as great as the Focus, and it's a little disappointing. But I did the one thing that I really shouldn't have done, and I took it anyways. And I know that it's never good to settle, but I did, and I got buyer's remorse basically, and but here I am, stuck in a 3-year lease on a car that I didn't even set out to buy in the first place. But hey, happens for a reason, right? I got a new girlfriend. We've been dating about 8 months now. Yeah, that's how long I haven't been doing any vlogs. Longer than that, probably. And things are going really well. She's just amazing. She's got to be she's got to be like the girl that I've been looking for forever. I know that sounds probably like what everybody says when they meet someone who's, really amazing, but she is. I mean, she's taught me a lot, and we're so alike. And sometimes it gets the best of us. Sometimes, it's not so good to be so alike. This thing keeps moving. Sometimes it's not good to be really alike, but then because you butt heads and it's like playing fire with fire sometimes. But then on the other hand, it's really good because you like a lot of the same things, and it's nice. But I'm sorry. Stop moving. Jesus Christ. So it's good, and she makes me really happy, and I don't really know what else to say. I mean, she's the girl I've been looking for, and the girl I've been waiting on, and it's really good. I'm still working at Lowe's. Not much change there. I recently got into, well, not really that recently, like a year ago. I got into plasti dipping, and for those of you that don't know what plasti dip is, it's if any of you seen on TV that Flex Seal? It's basically a rubberized coating in a can, and that's basically what plasti dip is. It's the equivalent to that, only it's much cheaper. And there was a guy who was on YouTube, and I don't think he really discovered this. I think it was already going around. It was already going around, but he kind of took it and ran with it. And this is the thing he was doing. He was putting it on wheels on your car, using it for if you want to change the color of the badges on your car, like the Toyota badge on mine, the emblems and all that. And then you go as far as to plasti dipping your whole car if you want to change the color, and it peels right off when you don't want it anymore, or if you want to change the color, or if it, if you rub up against something and you scratch it, you can just peel it off. It's not like paint where you gotta try and match the color and fix it and all that stuff. It's really amazing stuff. It protects your paint from chipping and rusting. I mean, obviously, if you rub up against something and scratch it, it's probably going to go through the plasti dip and hit your paint underneath. But you're not going to experience any like rust or anything like that. And it preserves your wheels when you put it on your wheels. So I took black plasti dip. It's a matte finish, and I plasti dipped my wheels, and they came out looking great. Get it at Lowe's and other hardware stores. It's kind of limited colors in stores. Like there's black, white, red, gray, and then there's two fluorescent colors. They're blaze blue and blaze orange, which I don't really recommend because you should use a white base coat underneath first, because if you don't, it's not gonna. I hate that 10 minutes. limit on this thing. You can't record for more than 10 minutes at a time. So no. Anyways, you want to use a white base coat, because if you don't, then it's not going to cover very well, and it just isn't as vibrant of a color. It's not as bright, and also it fades in the sun, so it's something that you don't really want to use unless it's inside. And then there's the glossifier, which it's a clear plastic-based product that will apply a gloss over plastic that you've just sprayed. So if you want to make your wheels gloss black, you would do the black, and you do a thick, heavy coat of the gloss over it. Just one. If you do it right, it's only going to take one coat, nice and heavy. And on dipyourcar.com, you can order a whole bunch of colors. And then sprayable gallons and all that. It's really something. People are starting to catch wind of this, and it's starting to move forward pretty rapidly. It seems to be getting to be more well known all the time. But it's so user friendly. I mean, you can just peel off, and if you ever get any overspray or anything, you can just buff it off with a towel. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, because when you don't spray enough, like if you don't get good enough coverage and then you try to peel it, it just kind of tears. But if you get enough coverage, you can peel it off all in one sheet. I did one wheel where I was experimenting, where I did, it was all green. I wanted to see what it looked like. But I only had enough to do one wheel, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to try just green over one wheel to see what it looks like. Then I taped off around the edge of the rim with electrical tape, only about this wide. And I taped that off, and then I did black over the whole thing. And when it was still wet, I peeled the electrical tape off, revealing the green underneath. So all around the edge of the rim, this black rim, I had, about probably half-inch wide stripe all the way around the rim of green. And it was pretty nice. But I didn't have enough green to do all four wheels. It was basically just a test. It was some green that I had left over. So when I peeled it off, I did it right. It was thick enough, and it all came off in one big piece. And it's great. So yeah, I've been getting into that. People taking notice of what I'm doing. I put it on Facebook and stuff, and they'll pay me. Like, I've had a couple of people that want work done, and one of them I did a guy's wheels, and he paid me to do it. And it's a lot of fun, so it's kind of cool. It's always nice being paid to do something I like to do. Other than that, video games, I haven't really done any videos lately because I just kind of got bored with it. But as far as videos go, I don't really know what to do. I don't have much time playing video games. I don't play video games as much as I used to. But I still have a good time. I got an Xbox One a couple months ago, and that's alright. I mostly use it for like Netflix and YouTube and stuff. But on the PC, I'm mostly playing Battlefield a lot, and I participated in the Battlefield Hardline beta. That was alright, but they definitely need to do some work on that game. But it was fun. But I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of Forza Horizon 2 when that comes out in a few months. But guys, basically this was just sort of an update, what's going on, that kind of thing. Obviously a lot's changed, but at the same time there's not a whole lot going on. I haven't moved states or landed any amazing jobs where I'm now rich or something like that. Still a pretty quiet life. Pulling up to my girlfriend's house right now. We're gonna go have a swim. It's really hot today. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll get back into doing these videos. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. Anyway, take care, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon.